Well, it happened again. We lost the connection, darn it. So, here we are for part two. Part two of my Sunday morning beach walk. Unfortunately, our friends on YouTube aren't going to be able to see this morning's sunrise. They're going to have to watch it on Facebook. This is just beautiful out here with the pelicans flying around. Looking north across Wiggins Pass. Boy, that was fun seeing that spoonbill earlier this morning. That roseate, I don't know how you say that, spoonbill. The pink bird, that was neat. That was a first. First time for me seeing that during a beach walk. Maybe it will be back. Maybe we'll get a closer look. Maybe one morning it'll come back and come across the pass. That would be really neat. Clouds are starting to roll in here now. I love the sound of these waves here. It's just beautiful with that cloud back there. Roy said he's got a word of the day for me today. He's got a thought for the day. Looking forward to that. Morning. He was excited to tell me he had a thought for the day when I saw him earlier. I want to get a little further down the beach here. Just south of here is where I found those nice shells yesterday morning. I'm wondering if I'll get lucky again this morning. I've been noticing a lot of supporters not renewing their sponsorship there. Sorry to see you guys go as supporters. But I do thank those of you that are supporters. If you aren't a supporter, I do really want to encourage you to become one, because that is the only way I'm going to be able to keep continuing to do these beach walks. I'll never stop doing them, but it's just going to be not as frequent. It'll be fewer and far between if I don't get some more supporters. So please consider becoming a supporter of Southwest Florida Television. I'm on a mission here this morning to find a shell to hang on the shell tree. I need a nice big one. I have not seen any big shells with holes in them. I'd love to find a nice big cockle shell with a hole in it. one of our friends, Wendy asked me to hang a shell in memory of her brother that lost his battle to pancreatic cancer. So hopefully I will find a nice shell out here this morning and be able to hang that on one of the prayer trees, one of the shell trees for her. I'm sure we'll find something. Cancer, such a horrible thing. Someday we are gonna find the cure to cancer, and that word will be removed from our vocabulary. Won't that be something? Couple little, looks like little white ibises. They don't look very big over there. They look like young'uns. Walking around under the dead trees. Boy, again this morning we saw lots of beautiful birds up at Wiggins Pass. Darn, lost my connection though this morning. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to upload a better quality video of this morning's sunrise to YouTube. So the best we're going to get is whatever Facebook recorded this morning, and the signal kept dropping out. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't know why my signal drops out up here, because I've got almost a full set of bars on my phone. Definitely has something to do with the live feed on Facebook. And I still haven't heard about that issue some people were having with their iPhones about seeing the comments. I don't know. I haven't gotten any responses from anybody. I don't know if anybody got the issue resolved. I don't know what it is. I know it's definitely a Facebook issue. Anybody that's watching on an iPad. It worked on, I went and checked on my mother-in-law's iPad and everything worked fine. So I don't know what it is. It's probably a combination between Facebook and your provider, wherever you get your internet service from. I hope it gets worked out. I know Facebook is always constantly upgrading stuff, and it's like just when everything's working fine, they have to change something. And then everything's screwed up again. They just can't leave good enough alone. Listen to these waves. The sky is very light today, light blue, whites, grays. So the water's almost white. We're not seeing those dark blues and greens like we normally see. Just getting all those light colors this morning in the water. No breeze out here now. The breeze is gone. There was a breeze earlier up at Wiggins Pass. Well, no shells like there were yesterday. Darn it. This is where they were. They were just piled up right here along the beach. This one little stretch. This is some old stuff here, some rocks, some broken shells now. Little fighting conch. Wow, a huge kitten's paw. Look at that. I think that's the biggest kitten paw I've ever picked up on the beach. That thing is huge. Wow. That is a nice one. That is a keeper, that's for sure. That is huge. And a little fighting conch. That is a nice little fighting conch right there. Nice colors. I want to get the sand off it. That's actually a keeper, that little shell right there. Get some nice little points on it. That is a nice little Florida fighting conch. Nice. Oh, anything else over here? Gotta keep my eyes peeled. Anything else down here? All it takes is one nice little find, and I'm a happy camper. I think I had my nice find though this morning. I think it was that roseate spoonbill we saw earlier. Like I said, that's the first one I've ever seen during one of our beach walks. I wish I could have gotten better video of it. I am sorry. I couldn't get you any closer to it or get any clearer of a shot. We were having problems with the connection, but you got a little glimpse of it. Oh, another little fighting conch. That one's even smaller than the other one. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Some of the little shells are more beautiful than the big ones. Here's an old fighting conch. This one's got barnacles growing on it. That one's so old it's got barnacles. Not sure. This looks like an old lightning whelk. An old lightning whelk that you can see inside of there. That's kind of neat. Another old fighting conch. Look at that. More barnacles on this one. That's an old one there. That's been sitting around on the bottom for a while. That's kind of neat. The waves must have dug these up from the bottom. They must have churned the bottom up washed them up. Here's another one covered in barnacles. They've been laying out there for a long time. The old crusty conchs. Cool. Anything else? Any murex shells or moon shells? Come on, moonies. Where's my little moons? I feel like I'm missing something here. I feel like I'm walking past something. There's an old moon, a piece of a moon shell down there. Actually, a nautica. The other morning I wanted to show you a turkey wing and a mossy arc together. Now there's mossy arc shells all over the beach. Here's a little baby mossy arc. An olive shell down there. There's a little olive. Doesn't have the tip on it. There's a little olive shell. Over here, a little baby shark eye, a little baby moon shell. Hard to see the eye on it there. Little shark eye. Little worm shell over here. Sometimes you can find some nice long worm shells, but most of the time you just find the tips of them. This has a little piece of the shell on it. There's another one down there. The worm shells. Another little kitten paw. Little kitten paw. Kitten's paw. I think we're going to have a pretty low tide here today. Might be really good for shelling. You know, I'm not looking for shark's teeth. Shame on me. I probably walked by a shark's tooth. I should be trying to focus on them here. And I never do. See all these little black rocks and everything, all these little black specks. One of them could be a shark's tooth. I should be looking for them. I should be keeping my eyes open for a shark's tooth. I think Linda and Scott are coming out. They'll find them. Let's just keep walking down the beach. See what else we come across. Give you a look around here. See how the weather's shaping up. There's a boat heading out into the Gulf there. There's a bunch of little shells spread out all over the beach here. But it's just mostly broken shells. Boy, I wish there was a little more light out here. It's just hard to see down here. It's just one big white blob of shells down here. There's a pretty little scallop shell. It's got some nice colors in it. Still looking for a big shell with a hole in it. If you're just joining us for the first time here this morning, don't be shy. Please take the time to introduce yourself to the group. Let everyone know where you're watching from. We're just one big happy beach family here. We're here for each other. These beach walks are all about making new friends in the morning. So don't be afraid to jump into one of the conversations, any of the comments being made. Feel free to start, to make your own comments, start a conversation up. Just don't talk about politics. No politics, no ads. Just keep it clean. Other than that, knock yourselves out here. The beach walk is just the background for you guys to get together. And every now and then we see something really spectacular. Although just being out here in the mornings and witnessing this is spectacular in itself. Also, if you enjoy these morning walks, please hit the share button. Invite your friends to tag along. If you're liking what you're seeing and you're feeling generous, if you like this and you want to send a little tip, it is always appreciated. A little donation, contribution. Always welcome, believe me. As I've said before, the business gets really slow here in the summertime. So every dollar counts. And those of you that have sent something, thank you so much. And if you want to send something, you can find a link to my PayPal account in the description of this post. And I do thank you. Well, I'm walking along here and I'm hoping to find a nice shell with a hole in it that I can hang on the prayer tree, one of our shell trees this morning. I had a request from one of our friends, Wendy, to hang a shell in memory of her brother that passed away. He lost his battle to pancreatic cancer. Well, here's one. Here is a fighting conch. Here is a Florida fighting conch that's got a nice hole in it. Perfect for hanging on the shell tree. I'm still going to keep my eyes open for something maybe even bigger and more spectacular. But I will put this in my pocket. So I've got it for later, just in case. There's the top of a conch shell. It's kind of neat looking down into the top of it. You can see the spiral chamber in there. That's kind of cool. That's looking into the shell towards the top, towards the point. Isn't that neat? All the spirals. That is cool. Loving the sounds of these little waves out here this morning. We'll catch up with Roy here in a little while. He said he's got a thought for the day for us, a word of the day. It's just him and I this morning for sunrise, just Roy and I this morning. Nobody was out there with us. We missed our friends. Yesterday a dolphin came by and I missed it. Dexter said he saw a dolphin swim by. It's nice and flat out here. If one were to come by, we'd definitely be able to see it when it breaches the surface here. But it has been quiet. Haven't seen our manatees lately. Manatees or dolphins. You know, everything comes in cycles. Seasons, cycles. The picture of that little baby sea turtle that I posted yesterday, that was sweet. Apparently the rangers were excavating one of the old nests, doing an egg count, counting to see how many eggs actually hatched, and they found one little survivor in there struggling that couldn't get out. So they were able to set it free, release it over by the water. That was sweet. I did see somebody commented they wanted to know what number nest that was. I don't have any idea what number nest that was. I just shared that post. I didn't take the photos. And we're not letting people know what nests are hatching here. We're not announcing what numbers are hatching now because unfortunately Unfortunately, too many people were coming out here and hanging around the sea turtle nests and kind of interfering with the hatchings. So we're just kind of discouraging people from coming out here right now. You know, it's fun to see. Well, it's very exciting to see. If you stumble across it, it's just amazing to see one of these nests, these little sea turtle nests, hatch. But once you see it, that's, you know, you've seen it. Don't keep coming back here and camping out by the nests. Personally, I still have not seen it. I'm hoping to witness it one of these days, one of these evenings. Look at this guy just standing here looking at me. Gonna get a good look at a little snowy egret with its little yellow feet. You can't miss them with those little yellow feet. The back of their legs are yellow. Little stick legs. And they have a little yellow band up by their eyes. The little snowy egrets, that's what we were watching at Wiggins Pass this morning. They were all over the place. Beautiful little birds, especially when they ruffle their feathers all up. Just amazing. You see that big plume on their head. Just beautiful. The little snowy egret. I wonder if my friend Michael Beasley is watching us this morning. Michael Beasley, the Baconator. Michael is a very skilled craftsman, woodworker. He makes beautiful, beautiful custom cabinets. If you see Michael Beasley on here, say hi to him. But he is infatuated with bacon. Bacon, bacon, and more bacon. He loves his bacon. Michael Beasley. Again, he does awesome, awesome work. If you need any custom woodwork, that is the man to get a hold of in Naples. Michael Beasley. Been a very quiet morning, very serene. just coming back here to check on something. And it is still here. Remember that shell I hung last week? That beautiful angel wing shell? There it is. It's still on the tree. Nobody has taken it for a souvenir. So happy to see that there. That was for all of you that couldn't make it to the beach here, can't make it to the beach to hang a shell for a loved one. That was your shell there. I shared a picture of that, but it's still here. And now I have another shell that I'm going to hang for another one of our friends. This is an old fighting conch that I picked up. This is going to be hung for our friend Wendy. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Nost, Knaust, Wendy Nost. But she asked me to hang a shell in memory of her brother that passed away, and because from pancreatic cancer. So horrible, such a horrible way to die. My father-in-law had that. But a fighting conch, you know. I'm sure he put up a good fight. So I think a fighting conch is an appropriate shell. I'm just gonna snip this little branch here, clean it up a little so I can get it on there. And there it is. I don't know if Wendy is on with us. But Wendy, that shell is for your brother. So we will send prayers your way. And I'm going to snap off a quick photo of that for Wendy. So please don't go anywhere. Hang tight.